It's the NFL on EA Sports. And
the first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here come the Bears, and at the helm is someone that they have a lot of hopes for leading this franchise. The 11th pick in 2021 out of Ohio State, Justin Fields. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. He's got the connection to Moore.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Fields now to throw.
It gets it over the middle to Cobb.
And he will have the Bears first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Here's Fields.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Jordan Berry out to punt on 4th down.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here.
The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
And despite the 3 touchdown passes he threw, there's a lot to work on this week, wasn't there?
Oh, ton of interception.
Yeah, I mean, when you're going really with almost a 1-to-1 ratio, that's not going to work for you well at all. Not over the long haul. The beauty, though, somehow found a way to win.
Yeah, they still got the win last week. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Nifty move. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Cousins.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw is Cousins.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
The drive will start with an option going left. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Bears use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The numbers a week ago for Cook. 12 carries.
The same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play out.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Looking for Tunyon on the crosser, and he's got it complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Fields. Rolling to his right. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Back to throw. Fields. His pass caught at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
Now Fields.
At the Vikings 3-yard line.
He'll get this to Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Fields. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Roughing the passer, defense. No.
So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now Fields on 3rd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Dean Lowry coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
A 25-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
Cousins. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson.
Cousins pass complete to T.J. Hockenson. It's a gain
This
of 8.
defense for the Bears, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he will have a Vikings first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. The Vikings had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
First down, here's the run with Cook.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Cook, the ball carrier. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second
From the
and
36,
7.
Cousins.
36-yard line.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a gain of 6.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They'll throw again. Cousins. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 39. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Cousins gives way to Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Xavier Rhodes on the coverage.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Cousins to throw it. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota.
This from 36 yards out. The kick by Joseph is good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming up in prime time here in Week 5, a couple of division rivalries on the docket. Beginning tonight in the AFC North with the Bengals and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Raiders and Chiefs from Arrowhead in the AFC West.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Fields going to keep it once more.
Oh, look at the juke. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. And let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that.
Plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Brought down at the 35-yard line.
On 2nd and 9.
Fields.
That's complete to Cobb. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The offense on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now it's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Two 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Fields.
And it's incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Harrison Smith on
to the air again, Fields.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And the Bears.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The ball carrier.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
A loss of a yard.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Fields.
And this will be incomplete. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
This fielded right at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. First down, Vikings.
Very nice catch there by Justin Jefferson, one of the best receivers in the game. After just 2 seasons in the league. As a rookie, second-team All-Pro, and then in his second year, was second in the league in yardage. This guy continues to grow and get better with every game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up
to throw, Cousins.
5.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Complete to Dalvin Cook.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
Eight yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape. So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Elliott running right. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 50, here's Fields.
Flush to his right.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
Caught by Cobb. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Fields. He's got the connection to Moore. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
no doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Completion here to Claypool. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up second
On 2nd and goal.
Fields.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Throwing again is Fields.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal.
Santos' kick is up and through, and the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So that's 3 field goals for him now, but heck, he's not even halfway to his career best of 7.
Seems like the 7 field goal games are the kind of games I always get assigned to in my other job. Let's hope for this offense's sake they can start cashing in on a few of these drives.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Touchdown, Vikings! Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bears going to take over now late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Fields.
They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd.
Here's Fields.
This is Cobb with a catch right side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
On first down, it's Fields.
He's going to air one out. And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A handoff left, Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And it's the Lions who hold on to the lead in that one. Amon-Ra St. Brown, a touchdown reception. Let's stay in the AFC East and head a few states down to check on the Jets at home at MetLife Stadium. And right now they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. Mecole Hardman up near 100 yards receiving with a touchdown as well. Finally, let's take the trip across the Atlantic, see what's happening over in London, where it was the host Packers who were able to come away with that victory. Julio Jones, a touchdown catch in the victory. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Taken at the goal line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here.
That because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps. And they're there and end up making the play.
To throw again on second down. Cousins. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll go option to the short side. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, Fields.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
Pass.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
A gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Elliott.
At the 4-yard line.
Is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Randall Cobb, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Bears use the short field to get in for 6.
An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Fields trying to throw for it.
Sliding out of the pocket.
The two-point attempt is no good. That keeps the score Bears 22.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. And now out comes Minnesota. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins
to the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
He's going to get this one down to Cook.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
standing just about on his own goal line. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 42.
Now Fields.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Coverage by Byron Murphy.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
Gain of a yard.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken at the 15. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll try the middle with Cook. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Osborne. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
It's a gain of 5.
Cousins now.
3rd and 5.
And that will be incomplete. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Jaquan Brisker there defensively.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
At the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
A 3-yard gain on the play.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Looking around the league from Raymond James Stadium, they're in the 3rd quarter in Tampa. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. Put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Play fake. Cousins.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Cousins again. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. To throw is Cousins. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up
a 10th carry in the game for Cook. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Cousins.
He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Cousins.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
Kirk Cousins sacked. Okay, we'll take that.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal.
To throw, Cousins. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter. You're going. Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle.
Joseph's got it.
And that lead is back down to 9 now.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Joseph now to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Able to hit his target, Claypool.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
10th carry now for Elliott. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Fields. Completion here to Claypool. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Off play action, Fields. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Coverage by Byron Murphy.
Zeke going to get it on the option.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
A shotgun snap, Fields. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now a first down throw, Fields. Caught by Cobb. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Certainly worth noting he's now one catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Looking to throw again on second down.
Fields.
To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
5 yards on the play.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. He's going to have the first down and then some.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal.
A 4-yard gain. Brings up second.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
3-yard line.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Fields now to throw.
Escaping the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Vikings ready to go again on offense.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On second down, Cousins again.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Justin Jefferson. A gain of 9 brings up third.
On third and 1, here's Cousins. He's got his tight end, Oliver.
And he will have a Vikings first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You can have the first one for the second one to even matter.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, it's Cousins.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
From the 35 on second down, Cousins.
Open man is Osborne. He's got him.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
For K.J. Osborne. Incomplete.
They'll throw again. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for K.J. Osborne. Incomplete. Jaquan Brisker, their defensive.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears will get the football back. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So Kirk Cousins in the offense. Down by 12. A little over 40 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Cousins on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins.
That's complete. It's Cook.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. To throw is Cousins.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Incomplete.
Cousins.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 43. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Chicago, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season.
And they will head home next week to take on the Washington Commanders.
Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.